Hey, welcome back to Our Piece of Heaven, Bohol. I'm Archie.
I'm Lee.
Hey, are you planning an upcoming move or a visit to the Philippines?
Are you coming to see your Filipina?
We want to share today in this video, we're going to walk you step by step through my visa process. Every form, every cost, every mistake I made, hopefully to save you some time, some money, and a little bit of frustration along the way. So whether you're coming to retire or meeting your sweetheart, here in the Philippines, we'll give you all the details of what you need to plan on your visas, how much it's going to cost, and all of that is coming up, Winley, right now. So before we get in and talking about visa, we wanted to give you a quick update on our Bohol building project. Now, hopefully you saw the updated design models from Raymond, our architect over in Bohol. And we're a little bit in a, how would we describe it? Maybe Lee, a holding pattern right now. We're trying to make a decision on what?
On whether we're going to just build our home or a glamping resort type.
Yeah, glamping resort. We've also talked about maybe building units that we might even offer for sale, much like you might do a condominium unit, and help manage the locations for those that want to buy a particular, glamping hut or whatever the building would be. And they can come in. You would have it. We have a couple people that have already expressed some interest in that. And so that would be something you would own. And then when you came into the Philippines, you got a place to stay in Bohol. And when you're not there, we would manage it, rent it out for you. So we're still trying to figure that out. And what's really neat is this coming Sunday. Who do I have coming in?
Finally, Nisi and Terry will be here.
Yeah, Nisi and Terry, my sister and brother-in-law, they're very interested in the Philippines, what we have going on our property. May even have an interest in maybe building with us and doing something together. So we're excited about that. They're coming in Sunday. And then the next Friday, we'll be flying where, Lee?
We'll be flying to Bohol.
Flying to Bohol. So we're actually going to do a 4-day trip in Bohol. We're going to give you full updates at that point in time. So stay with us. Look forward to that coming up in a few weeks. And we'll give you an update when we get to Bohol. But let's talk today about visas coming into the Philippines. And I'm going to take you through everything. Now, I want to begin with some pre-trip essentials, some things you need to know, actually 5 things. From my perspective, there may be more, but I just want to give you 5 basic things that I think will be helpful for you before you come into the Philippines. So number 1, they need to know what, Lee?
Number 1, you need to know that your passport have at least 6 months before you depart.
Exactly. Right. So passport validity, number 1, just check your passport, whatever date you come in, and then whatever date you're planning to leave. From that leaving date, you need to make sure that you have an extension, 6 months leeway, or they will not let you in the country. So number 1 would be passport validity. Number 2 is very, very important, and you need to have what they call an onward ticket or a return ticket. Now, my original plans when I was first thinking about coming to the Philippines, when I booked my tickets in February of this year. My depart date was on April the 20th. Now, I had a return ticket because originally I did plan to return. After about 2.5 weeks, I was going to come down, scout things out, hopefully meet someone important when I came to the Philippines, and then I would fly back. I'd have about 2 months to put up my fares in order, and then come back and move to the Philippines. But as I got closer to the date, I was thinking, I'm ready to go. I was very excited. I'm ready to go and stay. And I even called my sister Nisi, who I call her Denise, who's coming in this Sunday. And I asked her, what do you think about that? I'm thinking about when I go in April, I'm going to stay. And she said, go. I'm going to save a ticket, second ticket when I went back. So I decided to come and stay in the Philippines. But I did have a return ticket. So I was able to show that. They did ask me for that. They wanted to see that I had a return ticket. Now, if you don't plan on having a return ticket, I want to recommend onwardticket.com. Now, I've not used them, but I know a lot of expats have used onwardticket.com. Go out to that website. I'm bringing up a little bit of information for you. You'll register out there, and you can do this within actually minutes. or within, if you arrived and you didn't have a return ticket, you could actually do that while you're still in the airport, and it's an actual valid ticket that you can utilize to be able to show. Normally it costs around, I've heard $16 to $30, somewhere in that range, for that particular purpose, to stand for that return ticket when you come into the Philippines. Now, there's a third item that you need to make sure that you do, or you won't get into the country. And number 3 is what, Lee?
The e-travel registration.
Yeah, e-travel registration, and you need to do that how many hours?
72 hours before your arrival.
So for me, I was arriving in the Philippines on April the 20th of around 9:30 a.m. I put on my calendar on the 17th of April, e-travel at 9:30. So that told me that was going to be a reminder for me to get that e-travel. And once you register for that, they send you a QR code that you'll carry on your phone, and they'll ask you for that. They may not always ask for the return ticket, but they'll always ask you to be able to scan your e-travel code. And so that was taken care of. And I would also recommend, they recommend this on the website also, you should do this. You have to do it within a 72-hour period of time. You can't do it before. So you have to start 72 hours, but I would tell you, don't wait until the last day, because you could have a problem on the website, something could go wrong. So for me, the sweet spot would be 72 hours to 24 hours a day before. In that 2-day window, that's when I would recommend you get your e-travel and get your QR code to get ready to travel. Number 4, hopefully you've kind of talked about or thought about where you're going to go. I mean, you're planning to come into the Philippines. You've seen different YouTube videos, people recommending where to go and stay. I want to give you my recommendation, mainly because this is what I did when I came into the Philippines. I came into the Manila airport, and 20 minutes away, I had reserved a place at Shore Residences. And I loved it there. 20 minutes from the airport in Pasay City. It's within walking distance to what?
To Molovation.
To MOA. And I was walking every day. I was very active. I had Western style restaurants along with other type of restaurants, shops to be able to go to. And there's a lot of activities there. And it was such a good place to be. And not just MOA, but Double Dragon Mall is nearby. I love going to Double Dragon for Highlands Coffee.
Great coffee, yes.
Yeah, many of you will know Highlands Coffee. Great coffee. I got actually hot chocolate in my muffins. But again, MOA is a great place to be near, to give you activities. There's a cinema there, theaters you can go to and catch a movie. I originally stayed at Shore 2. Very nice, newer. I was in Tower 3. It's near laundry.
Yes.
It's near restaurants. It's near an ATM. It's walking distance over to MOA. And if you want to get groceries, there's an SM Hypermart.
Hypermarket and Alphamart.
Alphamart nearby.
Yeah.
All Alphamart's nearby. But if you wanted to go maybe pick up groceries, you didn't want to walk and carry them back, you can jump on a Grab, normally about 100 pesos, get into a taxi, about 100 pesos, to be able to go over to MOA if you need to do some shopping. So again, I recommend Shore. My average cost at Shore, I look back and I was there about 4 different times, 4 different condos. Average was about $31 US per night, just to kind of give you an idea what I spent on staying at Shore. Now, I'll give you another recommendation if you're coming in the Manila area. We spend a lot of time, especially on Sundays, going up where?
BGC.
BGC, Bonifacio Global City. BGC is a great area to be. It is going to cost you maybe a little bit more, maybe 20 to 30% more on the lodging accommodations. Beautiful place, less traffic, great restaurants. Ayala Mall is there. Hype Street Mall is there for you to be able to walk. So BGC would be another option, because I hear on a lot of videos expats saying, don't go to Manila. It's too crazy. Well, it is a little crazy. It's
busier than normal.
It's busy.
And it's like anywhere in the world. If you're gonna go to the main city of any countries, it's going to be busier than normal.
It's going to be busier, but it's a nice place to be, to get grounded. and then you can get on your dating app, you know, like I did, to be able to meet Lee and do the other activities and kind of get grounded. Now, I'm not going to talk about dating and apps and stuff in this, but another video we talked about this. I would encourage you to get grounded in the Philippines, and because a lot of expats are being encouraged to meet someone online before you come. And if you're doing that, that's great. One size doesn't fit all.
Yes.
Right? So different things for different people. I just found that I felt a little bit under pressure, having to meet someone and go through all that.
Being here will give you more options.
Yeah.
It opens more opportunities to meet up with your Filipino partner.
Yeah, and you got MOA. If you're staying at Pasay City, you got MOA to meet over there, a great place to meet, and different things like that. So that would be my recommendation. Yes. And then number 5, let me give you one more. This is just something that I did before I came, and I downloaded what, Lee?
Yes, download Grab.
Yeah, get the Grab app downloaded. That's the Uber Lyft here in the Philippines. And that way, when you get to the airport, you're set to go. You can call a Grab. Listen, you can even get a taxi, because there's a taxi rank that you can get into in Manila, and it's very organized. They will ask you where you're going. You don't have to worry about someone overcharging you, because they do write on the slip in the taxi rank, if you get in line, where you're headed.
They'll have a tariff rate already.
A tariff rate. They'll turn on their meter. So if you get in a taxi at Manila, you'll be great. It'll
Safe.
be safe. It'll be what it'll be. Normally from Manila to Pasay City to shore, 350 pesos, either by taxi or by Grab, will get you there and get you taken care of. So you arrived at Manila Airport, you're ready to go. When you arrive, number 1 is the 30-day, and it is automatic. Nothing you have to do for that, just the e-travel and the other things we talked about. I arrived on April the 20th. I was good until May the 20th. That's the first thing to do. So number 1, automatic 30-day. Number 2, you can apply online for an immediate 29-day extension on top of that. Now, I did that 2 days later. I came in on a Sunday. On Tuesday, April the 22nd, I went online. The information I'm going to bring up for you, immigration.gov.ph. You can get online. You'll register on the site, and then you'll see coming up on the screen behind us will be a link that you can click on. You can file for that online. You'll get that taken care of. Lee, that cost was how much?
3,060 pesos.
Yeah, which came out to about how much US?
52 US.
Yeah, about $52 US. So now I'm extended, remember, until I'm automatically May the 20th. Now I'm extended immediately until June the 18th. So that was kind of my key date, was the 18th day of the month. So I'm taken care of. Number 3, now you're into what I would define as regular visas. You had your automatic 30-day, 29-day extension, and now number 1, the first of what I would call regular visas. When did I do that? Well, I'm a kind of a proactive project management guy. I did that another 2 days later, that same Thursday.
Very excited.
I was excited. I thought I'll get everything together. I'll go in early, April the 24th. I'll get my 2-month extension, and I'll be good to go. So I went to the main office. I went up to Manila to the main office. And I would encourage you, it makes a big deal when you go. And Lee, we have kind of found the best 2 days to go, and the time of day to go would be what?
Tuesdays and Thursdays.
And what time of day would you recommend?
Early.
Early.
Yeah, 7:30. They start at 8, but then when you get there, 7:30, you get a chance to be on the first few people that they're going to serve.
Yeah. One morning when I went there, they were already serving. It wasn't even 8 a.m., so they're already serving customers there, taking in tourists to be able to take care of their visas. I walked at the window. I had everything I needed. I have this big smile on my face. I'm going to now be 2 plus another 2. I'll be 4 months good to go. And I was there, what, Lee?
Too early.
Too early. Too early. She said, you're here 2 months early. You can't get any kind of visa right now. And I thought, and I was just really nice, not really pleaded with her. But can I tell you what? And I think Leah said this before, kindness and what? Courtesy. I mean, does it make a difference in the immigration and really everywhere? If
you're nice and kind and polite, people tend to be nice to you.
Yes, and back towards you. And so, I really asked her, could you just make it worth my while because I came out and I spent money to get here, she said, I'll give you a 30-day. So the other thing that I needed that I want to mention when I got that 30-day, you do need an ACR I-Card. Now, some people have said that's optional when you come to the Philippines. It's actually required after how many days, Lee?
59 days.
59 days. It's now a requirement because
mandatory.
It's mandatory. You're going to be here in the Philippines. And so while I was there, and it was required now, she gave me a 1-month extension. I also got my ACR card, and that cost for the Visa ACR card came out to about how much?
6,160 pesos.
Right, which was about $105 US, and I was good to go. So now we're at my second regular extension. If you remember, originally April 20th arrival, May the 20th, my 30 days, June the 18th, I was going to be extended to 1 month I got, so I'm now at July the 18th, and so I'm ready to go get my regular extension. I went in on July the 10th to be able to get my next regular extension for 2 months. I went early, no line. I probably spent maybe 15 minutes. Very quick that time. Lee was not with me that particular morning. There's a Jollibee walking distance from immigration you can get to by walking.
Jollibee is like McDonald's in US.
But I think I went around to Starbucks. Starbucks, it's too far to walk. I would just tell you, most of the trikes know where it's at. So if you just walk out, you can hail a trike and maybe 25, 30 pesos, I think it was 35 pesos. They'll take you around the corner. It was just too far to walk. And you can go to Starbucks, maybe have some coffee while you're waiting, and then come back, and then you'll sit. You can go up to the clearance window, and you can just say, can you give me an update on my name? And they'll let you know if it's available. So my extension, I'm now extended to September 18th. And so we go back on what day, Lee?
September the 10th.
September the 10th. 8 days ahead. We're in great shape on time. No big deal. And this time I decided to file for the long stay visa. LSVVE, long stay visitor visa. That will now extend your time up to 6 months. And there's different reasons you can get that. If you're in a relationship, maybe you've got a medical procedure you're going to do. There's different reasons you can apply for a long stay visa. Let me give you the requirement. And again, just to confirm, you can go out to the immigration website. I'm actually going to post this sticker here where you can see it coming up right now. So this is official. I mean, this is what we went by to be able to get the long stay visa. Number one, consolidated general application form. Now, those are available when you walk in the office. So when you walk in the immigration office, if you go to the left, they are actually long forms. It's a longer form, legal size piece of paper. Now, I printed out the same form application before I went in. Online, it was letter size. And so I said, Lee, I was a little bit worried about doing the letter size.
Yeah.
And so you went and got...
I went and got your application.
Got me the regular application. And as we were in line, I filled the longer form out. Same form, just a longer form, just in case they asked for that. They didn't ask for that. No. So that will just confirm you can fill it out and you can type it in. And on the general application, you'll see it's very easy to fill out, but there'll be an explanation of why you're going to be extending or staying for that extended amount of time. Now, I was retiring. And that's the main thing I put up there, that I was retiring. And I'm going to come back to that because you need a little bit more than that on that little section. So number one, you need the application. Number two, they need to bring what, Lee?
You need to bring your original passport with you.
You got to have your original passport. Now, you need it anyway, but for the long stay visa, they are going to keep it because there's an approval process, so you're not going to get it back that day. And we're going to come back to that and explain why you need to keep that in mind, but you need to bring your original passport. Number three, you do need to bring a copy of your bio page. In other words, just open up your passport, put it on a copier. You need a full copy of the bio page. I did both, my signature page, the bio page, all of those details. Number four, you need to make a copy of
your last arrival date.
The arrival stamp date that the customs officer put when you came into the country. You need to have a copy of that. Number five, you need your receipts. Make sure you bring copies of your receipts. And you also, we found out, you need your what?
The original receipt.
The original receipt. Now, normally on the other visas, they're not keeping it, but on the long stay, they are going to ask for the original receipt for them to keep with them. And then number six, you need supporting documents. Now, this is where Lee came in. Because the most important supporting document came from Lee. And what was that, Lee?
A supporting documents reason for long stay.
So you were kind of vouching for me at that time, weren't you? And what was in the letter?
Twist my arm for.
I had to twist her arm for it. And what was in the letter?
It's just stating there that we are in relationships and that we're living together and we rented a home.
Right, right. And we'll put a template for that down in the description.
Yeah.
So there'll be a template, a Word document that you can download and you can make the changes to that. And then number 7, now this was interesting. You do need it said it on the little coupon there, you can see it. You do need a long white envelope. And she asked for that. She said, sir, you do know you need a long white envelope. Well, I had it there because I planned on it. So I don't know what would have happened for sure, but it's on the list.
Yeah.
I would tell you if you don't have it, you're probably not going to get your visa extension. So we had everything, all the documentation, everything we needed. Lee is with me that day. Very
Ready
proud
to
being
go.
with Lee, ready to go get my 6-month visa. But we had a problem. And what was the problem?
We were too late.
We were too late. Now
It's
this
just a day late, huh?
actually 2 days
days.
late. This does not show up anywhere that I found online. You have to be there 10 days early for the long stay visa. Do you remember the dates we talked about? We arrived on September the 10th. My visa was expired on September the 18th. We only had 8 days. And I'm thinking, and we asked her, please, we have everything here. She said, I can't do anything. You have to have 10 days, at least 10 days validity.
Before.
So let me give you another sweet spot on timing. Just to kind of be safe on everything. Be there within 2 weeks to maybe 10 days. I know that's a short window, but if you just kind of keep that in mind, 10 to 14 day window, you're going to be, don't go earlier than 10 days. Maybe after 2 weeks, I've heard some expats go, that's okay. But 10 days to 14 days is kind of that sweet spot to make sure no matter what kind of visa you're getting. So what did we get that day? I had to just go with 2 months. Yeah, and that was a little bit disappointing. We paid how much for that?
We paid $3,860.
Which came out to about $66, about the same amount I paid for the last visit for my two-month visa. This particular day, we went and got the application. I got my receipts, and I said, Lee, let's go to Starbucks. Let's just go get our favorite at Starbucks. And so we're all excited. We get in a Grab. He takes us around. We have our Starbucks. We stayed there about an hour, feeling really good.
Yeah.
Had our hot chocolate, signature hot chocolate. Had our breakfast sandwich,
Banana bread.
banana nut bread. And we go back ready to walk in and get my visa. And I go up to clearance, and she said, sir, you left the building. And I'm thinking, well, I know there's a wait for the 60 minutes to 90 minutes. She said, you have to come here to clearance first. You should not, and she was very intense with me. She said, you should not have left this building, and looking at me. And I just, maybe puppy dog eyes or whatever, a long face. I said, I am so sorry, ma'am. And she immediately kind of, loosened up a little bit. She said, it's okay, I'll take care of you, but you're going to have to sit and wait a little bit longer. We probably waited another 20
minutes, yeah.
20 minutes, and she motioned to me to come over and got us taken care of, and we were on our way. So make sure 3 windows, application,
First 3 steps.
payment, make sure you drop that off at clearance or it doesn't even begin the process of 60 to 90 minutes. November. Remember, I was only extended for 2 months from September to November the 18th. And so now we go back on November the
4th.
On the 4th, got up early. We got all the required documents. Lee is with me again. Everything is ready to go. So just to let you know, I did get approved for the long stay visa. So everything was good. The only thing she asked me to do, now she talked to you quite a bit at the window.
She was just making sure that Archie understood that his passport will be retained for 2 to 3 weeks.
Right.
While processing the visa application.
And she asked you about our relationship too, didn't she?
Yes, she did. She did ask few questions like, are you engaged? Are you really in a relationship?
Where do you live?
Where
Maybe
do
to
you
confirm that we actually were renting.
Are you living together in one house?
Right.
those questions.
Yeah, those kind of questions. Now, one of the requests she made is on the consolidated application where I had wrote that I'm retiring. She did have me write in that I wrote in there that I'm in a long-term relationship with Lenora, and a letter is attached, so she wanted me to put that on the application to submit it. So just kind of keep that in mind if you're in a relationship, and that's the reason for the long stay. Just include that, the name of your partner, that you do have that letter that's going to be attached to it. Now, there is, Lee mentioned, they're going to hold your passport now for 2 to 3 weeks. You need to be sure of that because, again, if you're planning to travel, now I'll just mention this. We do have a trip coming up to Bohol and Boracay, so we are traveling, but I do have my ACR I-Card. So any travel within the islands is domestic travel now. So keep that in mind if you're planning to fly out internationally, which would be not a good thing to do anyway, because anytime you fly out, you're voiding your visa. So if you're there getting an extension, you're flying out in 2 weeks, you're going to void what you're doing that day because you got to
go to waste.
It's going to go to waste because you're starting over when you come back in internationally. Total cost, because now this is 6 months, that total cost was how much, Lee?
15,130.
Yeah, a little bit more, about $256 US. That included the express fee. Normally getting 2 months is $2,000. 6 month was actually $6,000. On getting the express fee taken care of. I am getting a new ACR I-Card when I go back, so that was included in the amount of that price. And my visa, now they did stamp it, that I'm now through May the 18th of 2026, but there still is an approval. They say the official approval of the commissioner, so they keep your passport 2 to 3 weeks, then they'll call you, or you can call in a number, see if it's ready. So let me give you my total cost on visa my first year, actually my first 13 months. Because if you remember, I arrived April the 20th. We're actually now in November, so I'm not done with my 13 months now. But I just wanted to give you an idea of cost through 13 months for me, and that total cost on visas was how much?
32,080 pesos.
Which came out to, divided by 13 months, is about how much?
2,468 pesos.
So on average, US about $42 a month average for me on visas, just to kind of give you an idea. Again, visa process can be complicated, so hopefully this has kind of helped you for my first year, 13 months.
Enjoy your life in the Philippines.
Yeah, have a good time. I mean, I love being here in the Philippines. I just passed my 7th month. So again, thanks for joining us in the journey. Come back. Be with us as we continue to produce videos for you.
Like, subscribe, and follow.
Have a great day, everybody.
See you soon.